Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another update today, show you what I've been up to on the Montana Northern. We got a pretty interesting video today. I have been working on the layout a little bit. The weather's just been brutally cold down here in Nashville, but yeah, we're managing. So we're going to grab the camera. I'll show you what I've been up to scenery wise, and also we've got a review today. So let's grab the camera and let's get rolling. Okay, for the first update, been working on the river here a little bit. This is the Snake River that's going to pass through Livingston, Montana, and I was able to get down the liquid here, the river base. And for this I used a product from Golden called Soft Gel Semi-Gloss. It's just a translucent acrylic medium, and I had mixed this with some GAC 500, but it wasn't getting the consistency that I wanted. I really wanted the white on top to simulate rushing water. So what I ended up doing is putting this stuff on full strength, and it gave me that effect. So once I put my liquid down with a GAC 500, I put 2 or 3 coats down, still wasn't happy with it, and then finally went heavy with this with a sponge, just dappling, just to give it that rise and that ridge, and it left the tops white, which was absolutely perfect, what I was looking for. So now it actually looks like the water is moving, which I love. The next thing I did was I added my riverbank here, the rock, and for this I used oil dry. I do not have the bag anymore because it was so hard to get it in and out of. I've got it in a container now. I'm not 100% sure. I cannot remember. I think it was called Safety Sorb or something like that. It was in a green and white bag. But man, this stuff looks just like river rock. And I posted a photo on it in a couple of forums, and people said that stuff won't work. It dries up too fast. You know, be careful with it, blah, blah, blah. I tried it anyway, and it works perfect. The colors look amazing for river rock bottom. And basically I put it down, I sprayed it with alcohol, and then I doused it with some white glue and water, and it came out perfect. So now I'm still working on this. I've still got to add some grass tufts in here, but all in all, we've got a good start going. Now another thing that you've noticed, I've actually added trees. When you walk in my room, I want you to have to actually look for items. I don't want everything right in your face, so I want a lot of seam dividers because it is a shelf layout, and you don't want to see the front and back of the train, so I have a lot of seam dividers in between my areas. So basically when you walk in, this is what you see. You see the beginning and the end of the river, but you really can't see the bends and all that stuff in there. So what I did was I made this rise here, so you're actually looking at the back side of the river. Now these trees, I haven't started making trees yet, so I went on Etsy, etsy.com, and I found a guy named Moose Creek Model Trees, and I bought like 20 of them, I think. I bought 10 5-inch, 10 6-inch, just to kind of mix them up, and they are spectacular. As you can see here, they're just they're really well made. They're not cheap. They probably come out to $2 or $3 a tree. So at some point, me and my wife are going to try to make some trees, and just to see if we can do it. I think I can, but it's so far down on my list, I really haven't even explored the option yet. And I wanted something up pretty quick just to kind of help explain this scene. But as I stated, this is more or less a scenery divider. So you actually have to walk over and look around to see the river. And then also once the scenery is done here, the train will actually be blocked and then it'll come out on the other side. And then last but not least, I've started working on this corner here. So I've got 2 layers of pink foam. I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 more. And so I want to kind of taper this into the backdrop. So what I plan on doing is, this is going to be a rock face front, and then it's going to slope up to kind of a pasture, overgrown, and then I'm going to put some type of dilapidated barn in that corner, just to give you something to look at. And then of course surrounded by trees and that type of thing. But like I said, I just want to blend it into the backdrop. Okay, last but certainly not least, I had a company reach out to me, Whistle Stop Models, Scale Miniatures. And he asked me if he sent me some stuff, if I would do a review. Which, you know, sometimes I'm hesitant to do that because, you know, if somebody sends me something and I don't like it, I don't want to damage anybody's company. But, you know, if people want honest reviews, you really got to give them honest reviews. So I told John, yeah, send me the products. If you want an honest review, I'll be more than happy to do that. So he sent me some items free of charge for me to do a review on my channel. So basically this is going to be my review of Whistle Stop Models Scale Miniatures. So a little bit of background. His name is John Chase, and he's been doing 3D printing for about 3 years. And he now has, I believe he said his son involved in the business, so it seems like it's a full-time business. And they do N-scale, I think he said Z-scale, and of course HO scale. And I'm sure other scales if you ask him. They have about 140 models in N and Z and about 50 models in HO. They pretty much do all the small stuff, details for your, they do picnic tables and fencing and that type of thing. So they use resin, which is the highest detail for small stuff. So like I said, he sent me some items, so let's take a look at them and I'll give you my honest review. So the first thing that was in the box is this HO scale fencing, and it's just chain link fencing. And you know, looking at it, it looks really good. I'm actually going to put this around the area that I had in mind for chain link fencing. This stuff is really sturdy, so no need to break it, but it's also really fine as to, it doesn't look, you know, too fat and not to scale. It's got these little prongs on the bottom that I'm assuming is just for putting into place into foam, so you don't have to glue it into place. And then this piece here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I don't know how many scale feet that is, but this looks really good. No complaints whatsoever. Now I haven't installed it, so at some point I'll do another review once this is in place and painted. But yeah, if you're looking for HO scale fencing, this looks really good compared to some of the other stuff I've seen on the market. Now it's on a sprue, so you do have to cut all this apart and clean it up, obviously, and paint it. But it looks, you know, first impressions, I'm pretty impressed. Also in the box was some more, this looks like more like security fence. It's twice as tall. And the same thing, you get 5 pieces on a sprue. And like I said, it's really well built. The detail is pretty spectacular. How he got all these holes, like I don't know much about 3D printing, but the holes on here in the fencing, hope you can see that on camera. They're really clean. I don't see any flaws in this at all. Now, to give my honest opinion, I will tell you, when I opened this up, I don't know if this was from shipping, but the bottom pieces here that you put this into place, there are a few of them broken. So there's quite a few broken. Like I said, I don't know if that was from shipping. I would assume it was. I don't think they would send out a product that was already broken. So be mindful of that. You can tell there one of them's broken off on the end. Make sure I can focus this in good. So I've got one broken there, and there's quite a few broken here. So, but you know, I'm going to glue this down anyway, so it's not going to hurt at all. And honestly, I don't even know if I would use these. I would probably just run a bead of glue down on the bottom and sit them down there so they're fastened. So, but like I said, the detail and the quality looks spectacular. I like it. I'm definitely going to use this on an area on my layout. Okay, the next item that John sent me was this load ramp. So this is for loading box cars. I guess it would be perfect for like a team track, you know, somebody that doesn't have a loading dock. Really cool model. And the thing I like about this one is there's no cleaning up. The guardrails, obviously, I mean, you have to paint it, but this is a really cool model. This is for loading box cars. You may be able to use this for like the end of a auto rack or something like that. I'm not sure. But this is basically for the forklift to go up and load the box cars. So this is a really cool model. The details are really nice. It's got, like I said, the handrails. It's got the rolling wheel. I like it. I'm gonna find a spot for this on the layout, and I've got a spot in mind. I've got a little team track that I'm thinking about building, so this would be perfect for that. But just another example of some of the stuff that they can build. Yeah, really cool model. Okay, last but definitely not least, my favorite item. So these are forklifts, and they come 3 on a sprue. As you can tell, I've already taken one of them off. But you get 3 forklifts, 2 of them with the lower position and 1 of them in a higher position. Is that not cool? Who would have ever thought to do that? So, and then it also has these little propane tank holder and propane tanks that come with it. So I'm not sure what this retails for, but money well spent. The detail in this thing is absolutely phenomenal. The little propane tanks on the back. Now you do have the sprues on the bottom that you have to cut, but man, it took me 2 minutes to cut this thing off the sprue. And I took the one out of the middle to make it harder, just to see how hard it was. But man, these things are awesome. And to have a company think of outside the box, to have 2 in the lower position and 1 in the upper. I mean, how many times would you think, man, I'd like to have 1 but up in the air like it's loading something. So fantastic as far as creativity. Now, as I stated, you do have to paint these things. They're 3D resin, but so I went ahead and cut 1 out. And then I went ahead and painted 1 and weathered it up a little bit. Now, I'm not the best painter in the world, so weathering goes a long way. And like I've always said, if it doesn't look good, keep stepping back. Eventually it'll look great. But no, seriously, I painted this thing up, and it's awesome. You know, like I said, I don't know what these retail for, but you get 3 forklifts and a propane tanks and holder. You know, I'm probably going to paint them different colors, but this one I went with an orange and black, and then just weathered it up with chalks. But yeah, I'm digging this. This is going to look good on the lumber load. So, you know, just add a little detail to it, and what a great model. This was the best thing that I saw that he sent me, because one, I was in need of one, but like I said, after I painted it, this is so cool. It looks phenomenal on the layout. So yes, I would definitely recommend Whistle Stop. Let me make sure I'm getting the name right here. Whistle Stop Model Scale Miniatures. Everything is on the business card here. There's his Facebook, his email, and his website. And I got on the website, and man, they got a lot of cool stuff for 3D printers. So support this local, or not local, but small business. It's him and his son doing this full time, I believe. Now on the back, they've got a spring special, and there's the code. You can save 10% on a website purchase, but it's website only. So definitely check Whistle Stop Model Scale Miniatures out. Even if you just buy this, to me this thing is just fantastic. Like I said, this one was on a sprue in the middle here. So you actually get 3 forklifts and the propane. So, big fan. Big fan. But that's going to do it for my first review. As I stated, they were given to me, but I'm going to give you my honest review. And I felt like I did. I loved everything. My only concern was the prongs on the bottom of the fencing may have got damaged in shipping. But other than that, the quality and the detail for a 3D printer, fantastic. Definitely check these guys out. I'm not sponsored by them other than, you know, getting the free product. But I do not think you would be disappointed in using their products. But yeah, here is, let me move these out of the way. Here's the model in place. And like I said, when you add a little load to the front of it, it really looks good. And it adds another detail to this scene here of the Livingston Furniture Company. So, yeah, definitely recommend, and I'm going to be buying some stuff from them in the future to add detail and realism to my layout. Other than that, guys, I believe that is it for this video. I'm working on this area here on my concrete color, so I'll do a video on that at some point in the future. Also doing this little ravine here with some pipe. It's just going to be a runoff section, and there again it's also going to be a seam divider. So, but yeah, that's going to do it. I can't think of anything else on the layout. Once again, thanks so much for tuning in and watching these videos. We've added a few more countries to the list. I saw England and Switzerland, and there was one more, I can't remember, Bolivia maybe. Still remarkable that people that far away want to watch these videos. But anyway, that's going to do it. I hope the quality sounded a little better. I added a new mic to the system, and I'm going to try to, you know, at least try to upgrade the channel as we go forward, because I'm getting more and more viewers, and we're almost to that 4,000 hour mark. Hope to hit that after this video. But anyway, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure and hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And as always, leave a comment I love hearing from you guys. Anything you want to see in the future, or anything that you didn't like, I'm okay with that as well, and we can talk about it. But that's going to do it. We'll see you guys next week.